In the 1980s, the federal government stepped up its efforts to enforce child support payments by restricting courts' abilities to have any discretion in forgiving child support arrears. That overemphasis on enforcement has led to a system that is unnecessarily harsh on low-income parents. The situation is even more dire for parents who end up incarcerated. In many states, incarceration is considered voluntary unemployment for the purpose of modifying child support. That means that even though a parent is in prison and unable to earn any substantial income, child support payments don't change. City University of New York law professor Ann Cammett says that's when the debt really starts accumulating.
The upshot of all of this, right, is that many people are discharged from prison owing many thousands of dollars. I have seen folks owe $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 based on their original debt, which amounts and interest. And after a few years, they come out with a debt that, now that they are compromised by having a criminal record, will be very unlikely to pay in the future. And the upshot of this is that this dynamic is terrible for children. And if the child support system is intended to help children, these are policies that are truly counterproductive.
The problem really starts snowballing when parents are released from prison and find themselves unable to make their payments. The arrears continue mounting, and they can be sent back to prison for failure to pay up. Cammett points out that the system's inability to distinguish between parents too poor to pay and those simply unwilling is a critical flaw.
For people who have money but just won't pay, there are already an abundance of enforcement tools: garnishment, tax interception, license suspension, the list goes on and on. But if you don't have money to pay, you're just really punishing people for being poor. So the incarceration for failure to pay, in most cases, can actually have other terrible consequences.
To read more about the flaws of the modern child support system, be sure to check out DadsDivorce.com. That'll do it for another edition of Dad's Divorce Live. I'm Sean Garrison, editor of DadsDivorce.com. We'll see you next time.